going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about 13 Ghosts, 2001 remake of William Castle's 13 Ghosts, which came out in 1960, I believe it was. So, yeah, this is made by Dark Castle Entertainment, which is a division of Warner Brothers, and it was released October 26, 2001. It stars Tony Shalhoub, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Yeah, produced by Joel Silver and Robert Zemeckis, written by Neil Marshall Stevens and Richard Oyovied or something like that. I have no idea how to pronounce that guy's last name, but yeah. And it was directed by Steve Beck, who did Ghost Ship. It had a $20 million budget and it made 68.5, so it was a moderate success when it came out. Now, this film was like a complete jumbled mess, but let me try to tell you the plot of the story, at least. So, basically, this this writer is trying to raise his two kids. His wife died previously or whatever, and yeah, so it's two kids and him and their nanny are all going about their day, and then they get notified that he's inherited this mansion out in the middle of nowhere, his uncle's mansion, his uncle passed away. So yeah, so they decide to drive like 2 hours out of town or whatever to go check it out, and they come to this big glass house with like a whole pile of like I think it was Spanish writing on the wall, and walls move everywhere and constantly contort, and yeah, so to do it, and they're trying to figure out why. It's like the first half's like a mystery, and then they come to realize that there's ghosts being held in the basement, and one thing leads to another, and they get unleashed. So basically, it's up to them to figure out how to contain them and get rid of them again. So but they meet up. When they get to the house, they meet an electrician who ends up being an old helper of the uncle, and he's basically there trying to run amok and stuff, and help them out a bit. And then because there's 12 ghosts so far, and then they meet another helper who ends up being the twist in the end. I might spoil some of this just so you know. So she comes into play, and she turns out she's trying to kill him to be the 13th ghost in the house, or to fulfill like a prophecy, basically. And it's really weird and convoluted a bit. So, but overall, the big thing about this movie is, though, it's pretty much all practical effects. So every ghost is a whole bodysuit of makeup and stuff, which I love to see. And I know the story's confusing and complex, but the visuals are pretty good, except you don't see them very much. It's like rapid like flashes in front of the camera, basically. You'll see the odd one where they like walk out behind them and stuff. And yeah, it's just really odd, but the way they edit it together, it wasn't sound like. I'd much rather see like more of them, not just like a quick flash of them and stuff, especially with all the makeup and time that they put into it. Like, it seemed kind of like a rip, because most of this was like solving the puzzle mystery. It's like a mystery thriller with like a little bit of ghosts in it. Yeah. And but yeah, the effects are awesome. The acting was pretty good. There's some cheesy humor in it too, which was common in the early 2000s horror films and stuff. And I thought this was a pretty good take. I haven't seen the original, so I can't compare it, but overall, I thought it was all right. Like, a lot of people like love this movie, and it's watchable. I think, like, if I was gonna rate it, I'd probably give it probably a 3 out of 5. So yeah, but overall, practical effects are great. The story's complex and a little convoluted and stuff, but and you don't see the ghost as much. Those are the only two complaints I have with this film. But overall, if you really want to see what I'm talking about, chill us down below like always. And yeah, check it out. Those practical effects are amazing. It's way better than all the dumb CGI crap that comes out these days. So definitely a good throwback to the early 2000s. I was like 10 or something. Yeah, I was like 10 or so when it came out. So, but yeah, still, it's pretty neat. It's very tame nowadays for a horror film, but it was an interesting attempt and concept to modernize it. So check it out. Links to the trailers down below if you want to see what I'm talking about. If you don't know, Instagram's always linked down below there too. I always post clips of films that I'm going to review in the future on my story, and I have other weird stuff on there, so make sure you follow me there. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you like hearing my opinions and what I think about films. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, comment down below if you've seen this, let me know what you think, and comment films for me to watch and review in the future that you think I might like. So comment all those down below too. Yeah, and I really want to live in a house with 13 ghosts. That sounds awesome. So I'll see you in the next review.